How did you get to direct the show?
I was actually directing a musical a couple of months ago, Bright Star with Hendersonville Performing Arts Company, and my stage manager, Eleni, who's my stage manager for this show, came in and she showed me the season announcement. And Moon Over Buffalo was on there. I figured, oh, they probably already have directors, but I love the show. And I actually have a tattoo for it. I did it years ago, and I saw that director's pitches were going out, so I, threw my hat in the ring, didn't think much about it. About a month went by, and I get a call from Carrie saying, hey, we want you to direct the show. It was an immediate yes. I met with her the next week, saw the theater. I had seen a couple of shows here before, and they're all great. But then from then on, it was history, and the theater's been so great. The cast is wonderful. They're really, really bringing the show to life for me, and it could not have been a better experience.
What are they bringing that is different from any show you've ever been in or produced?
Oh my gosh. So this is a straight play, and I'm actually a youth director from heart. That's the majority of what I do, but it's fun working with actual adults that have like real relevant theater experience and that are able to fully digest a script. And so from the jump off, when we went from the read through onward, they were bringing like their own personalities into the role and putting everything that they had into the roles. And this show is a huge part, this show has a huge space for physical comedy and very, very, very just putting your body into it, and they really did not hold back. There's a lot of running, there's a lot of yelling, there's a lot of mistaken identities because it's a farce. And I think that working in a straight play where you're able to get down to the nitty-gritty of the script without having to worry about choreography or dance has been very fun, because I love directing plays. I love a good musical, but my heart is really in directing plays. And it's been so different getting able to fully immerse ourselves into the script and also getting to fully absorb it without having to worry about, okay, we have to get this choreography, then this blocking, then this music rehearsal done. It's been nice to kind of take our time with the script instead of fighting to schedule with other members of the creative team.
Right. Now, who plays George and who plays Charlotte?
Our George is played by Michael Beckett. He is a veteran actor here at Center for the Arts. He was actually a pull-in. I requested him to come in because I saw him in a show prior, so I was like, I want him to audition for me. And he's been wonderful. We really needed a George who was larger than life and really put a lot of heart and soul, like from the actor's perspective, into the role, and he's wonderful. Our Charlotte is played by Jenna Henderson. She was actually the first person that auditioned for the show, and she is just wonderful. Charlotte is all drama, and you can really have a wide range of how you play Charlotte. You can either go from total diva, total Andrea Martin, Patti LuPone style actress, or she could be completely off her rocker. And Jenna really does a good job of pulling both of those in for a really nice sweet spot.
How over the top do they go? Do they go like to an extreme, or are you holding them back a little bit?
I actually have had to tell a couple of them to dial them back, and that's a fantastic note that you can get from a director is, hey, dial it back, because that way you know that they have the capacity to go all out. So a couple of times, especially for my Paul and my Charlotte, I've had to be like, hey, you gotta relax a little bit just so you don't break the set, because that's happened before. So they do go pretty over the top, but they have a good idea of when to stop. And if they don't, then I will tell them, but I always have the pleasure of telling them.
So tell me your background.
I grew up in Columbia, Illinois. I've been doing theater since I was in elementary school. I started directing when I was in high school. So far, I have been, Bright Star was my 70th show, so this will be my 71st production in my 20 years of life. It's been a really great pleasure to come to Tennessee and to immediately get opportunity after opportunity. I have an extensive background in educating children in theater. I started out as an intern in Columbia for a company called Actors Attic. Used to be run by Mary Beth Babcock. She's wonderful. Then I got my community theater start from Monroe Actor Stage Company. I worked with them for 10 years. I did a better half of 10 performances with them. I actually did Moon Over Buffalo with them years and years and years ago when I was graduating high school, so I guess it wasn't that long ago. But I really could not have asked for a better start with the whole thing. It is a little bit frightening doing this much so quickly because between HPAC and Center for the Arts, I'm the youngest director that both of them have had back to back for a main stage show. So it is a little bit jarring, but it's been great experiences so far. And for my 20 years of life, having 15 to 18 years of theater experience, that's a little unheard of, and I know that that's a little strange, but it's my whole life at this point.
Did you go to college for this?
I did not go to college for theater. I'm currently in college. I attend Belmont University, but my major is corporate communications and event management. I currently manage a wedding venue in Arrington, Tennessee. But I have learned that you are able to have your cake and eat it too in terms of working and going to school. I started out in Belmont University's theater program and they were wonderful. They gave me my start in college. But I have found that if you put in enough work, you are able to do it on your own without a degree.
Very good. Anything else I need to know?
I really, really do love the show, and I'm very grateful that Center for the Arts took a chance on a young director and a new director. And I know that straight plays are a little bit less marketable just because, you know, the lack of singing and dancing, but there is not a single moment in this show where you will not be entertained. There is running around, there's mistaken identities, there is somebody gets locked in a closet at one point, there is quite a bit of fourth wall breaking, there's really anything that you could want out of a show. It's kind of like the play that goes wrong, except for the play goes right. So that's really what I have for you and your audience.
Okay.